I asked Chat GPT what are the best side hustles to start from home, and this is what it told me. The first one it told me was to start online teaching or tutoring, and specifically it talked about going into teaching foreign nations English. I think this is a great side hustle. I know people who have done it, but they did it in person. I don't know how well it does online, but I know there's apps out there that allow you to do this, and I think it's something that's worth looking into. One of the suggestions that they gave was to use VIP Kid. I knew someone who created an app to help teach English called Hollow, and I think these are different ways that you'll be able to use this skill. But I think you can expand what they say about online teaching or tutoring and not minimize it to only teaching a language or teaching English. You could use this by teaching a skill. Let's say you have a skill of photography or web design or coaching, how to be a salesman. These are all skills that people want. So if there's a skill out there people are wanting to learn, it's something that you can teach online. And I think that's a great service, an opportunity for you to use those skills. One way to look at what's really popular, what are people really wanting to learn, is what are the top books that are selling in that particular skill. And then you'll be able to learn that skill if you need to, or just expand on what's being out there. Next is being a virtual assistant. So what does that mean? It means setting appointments. It means answering emails. It can consist of making travel arrangements. All these things are what consist of for you to complete this job. Where you can find this job, I would think you can find it on Fiverr or Upwork. Those are just a couple options. I don't know anyone who does virtual assistant work, but I know it's out there and I know it's getting bigger, and I think you can make a lot of money too doing it, because it seems like a relatively easy job to where if you wanted, you can have 2 roles as a virtual assistant for 2 different people, and your money can just add up and stack up. Next is online freelancing. So if you're really good at copywriting, if you're good at graphic design, things that take time to do, and you're able to provide that skill, people will pay you, so it can be off their plate. They may be too busy, they can have whatever reason they want, but they need to hire someone out to fulfill this job. And if you're an online freelancer who's able to do that, you can make a good amount of money, and you get to choose your own hours to work, as always. Next is selling products online. So you can sell products online like on Etsy, you can do Amazon, you can look into Amazon FBA, you can do Facebook Marketplace, eBay. These are all great places where you can sell, where you can get your product. You can source it out, you find a wholesaler. I know people who like to buy Amazon returns and then they sell it on Facebook Marketplace. I have a friend who found a manufacturer and he sells sandals on Amazon, and he does the Amazon FBA program. And you can always go to yard sales and flip the things that you buy there, and I'm sure you can always get a screaming deal. This is a long game. You have to be patient. Sometimes your product's going to sit online for a while, but sometimes it goes quick. So it's just a matter of being patient, having a good strategy to fulfill this job. Last is online surveys. I feel like I see this a lot as part of a side hustle, making money online. I don't see that much money into it with how much time you have to put in, but it's something they say, and you can make money, but don't expect to make a ton of money. And I think that's something to be realistic about with side hustles. Side hustles don't always have to be a full income. It could just be a couple $100 a month. It could be whatever you want it to be, because sometimes people confuse side hustle as a main hustle, just because of that side hustle culture that's out there. Tell me what you think about these side hustles and if I should dig deeper into any of them. And as always,